So it's been about a month since the September 2023 Nintendo Direct, and I want to go ahead and share my thoughts about the presentation. Now, I won't go over everything because I don't feel like boring you, but I do want to share what caught my eye. That's what we're going to do in this video. And before we get into the video, guys, I have noticed that many of you that have been watching my videos for the last few weeks have not yet subscribed to this channel. So do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button, especially if you want to be notified when I drop a new video. It's super easy to do that as we are getting close to 200 subscribers. I can't believe it. And I'll tell you this, if we reach that goal by the end of the year, I might do a little giveaway. So if you want to learn more about the giveaway, just make it to the end of this video and I'll tell you how you can win. And now let's get back to the video. Now, if any of you guys know me, then you'll know that I'm a huge Mario fan. Okay, maybe not huge, but I have been playing Mario since I was, I would say, 6 or 7 years old. And this recent Nintendo Direct did not disappoint, especially the fact that we had so many Mario-related announcements. So let's go ahead and start things off here by talking about Mario vs. Donkey Kong, the original Game Boy Advance game that is now being remade for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I never got to playing the original, and I've heard some very wonderful things about the game, some even calling it the best in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series. They're also saying that they're very glad that the mini Marios aren't really the main focus of the game, which I do realize that the later installments do mainly feature the mini Marios as playable, somewhat, at least to some extent. Again, I don't really know too much about the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series, but it's definitely a series I've had my eye on for years, and I definitely might pick this up when it comes out in February. So yeah, I think it's time we finally give this series a chance. Next up, we got another look at a Super Mario RPG. It's the remake of the original Super NES game. It's definitely one I have been looking forward to since it was initially announced back in June earlier this year. This game looks phenomenal, the soundtrack is going to be a blast listening to, and it's going to be great reliving the memories of putting Gino and Mallow in my party and thrashing the hell out of the Smithy gang. Now, this game is set to release next month on the 17th, so I can't wait to play it. I already have it pre-ordered, and I'm definitely ready to take down Smithy once again. Now, next up, I want to go ahead and clear the air that I'm aware that this Nintendo Direct was full of remakes and ports, but I think it's time to really shine a spotlight on a new game coming to Nintendo Switch next year, and that's Princess Peach Showtime. And yes, it's a brand new game starring the Princess of the Mushroom Kingdom herself. Now, this is only the second game ever to feature Peach as a main standalone playable character, with the first game being Super Princess Peach for the Game Boy Advance, which in my opinion it's a very underrated game. I personally loved it. It was such a blast playing with Peach's emotions, and now seeing her have a second chance in the spotlight, no pun intended, is very refreshing to see. This game looks like it takes place at a very New York City / Broadway type theater where an evil witch takes control and Peach has to save the day along with her new ribbon partner Stella to fight off evil. And it's also kind of cool to see that there are abilities that Peach can gain depending on which costume she's wearing. So far what they have showed off is Peach as a sword fighter, Peach as a chef, Peach as a detective, and also a kung fu fighter. Now, they do say that there are even more costumes that she can wear and new abilities that she will be able to utilize. And of course, we'll have to wait and see what else will be revealed in the coming months, but I will definitely be picking up this game in March when it comes out. It does look great. Another game I want to talk about is Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for the Nintendo 3DS. It is getting a remastered release for the Nintendo Switch in the summer of 2024, which is kind of bizarre. You would think a game like this would want to be saved for a October release, you know, because of course this month is Halloween, and I would imagine if they're saving it until 2024, I think it would make sense for them to release it in October of 2024, right around Halloween. But they say summer, and that's what we'll go with for now. Oh, by the way, they're calling it Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Now, of course, I know that every other region in this world has that title of Luigi's Mansion 2 when this game came out for the 3DS. Of course, here in the Americas, we basically knew it as Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. And of course, with this whole Nintendo Switch being, region free or whatnot, whatever you want to call it, it makes sense for Nintendo to go with this updated title of Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. But regardless, I'm going to pick it up. I'm still going to call it Dark Moon, and it is what it is. But hey, I'm glad to see this game get a remaster. I definitely have had thoughts about playing this for stream. Of course, I don't really have a 3DS capture card, but I do want to start streaming 3DS games. I do have ways to do that, but it's going to have to be fleshed out and tested out. But anyway, besides the point, it's going to be great to see this game come out for the Switch. Now next, I want to go ahead and shed a little bit of the spotlight of Wave 6 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game. We saw one of the new tracks coming to the game. It was Daisy Circuit for Mario Kart Wii, and my goodness gracious, did I call it. You guys probably saw in my Wii Rainbow Road video that I mentioned this fact as well. I did also release a short here on YouTube, pretty much hinted or had a prediction that Nintendo was wanting to put at least one circuit track from every past Mario Kart game into this entire Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game. I'm actually pretty excited to see it. I'm definitely not alone here when I say I was definitely surprised to see Wii Daisy Circuit. This is already the 7th Wii track in the Booster Course Pass, and in the entire game, it's the 10th Wii track. Kind of crazy to believe. Now, of course, that's not the only surprise that we got out of this teaser trailer. We also, we're expecting 2 new characters to appear in this wave, and instead of 2, we ended up getting 4, which was definitely unexpected. Now, I knew Diddy Kong was going to be a lock. He was one of the, I would say, snubbed characters when the original Mario Kart 8 came out. I was very disappointed to see that he was not in the roster. And of course, the Koopa Links took over, so it was kind of sad to see. But finally, he's back. And well deserved, honestly. He honestly deserved to be back. I did also predict Pauline, which we did see Pauline, but not before we end up seeing Funky Kong. And so my initial thought was that, okay, the 2 final characters are Kong characters. I was ready to accept that. But then they showed Pauline, and we were all like, wait a minute. That's 3 characters. We're only supposed to get 2 because there's only 2 slots left. And then they threw in another curveball, and I mean a true curveball, one that no one saw coming. And that was Peachette, which I will admit is a very odd choice to pick when you have other greater characters from Mario Kart Tour, like Hammer Bro, Boomerang Bro, Fire Bro, Ice Bro, one of those. Poochie just recently got added to the game. I mean, you also got King Bob-omb, Charge and Chuck, Monty Mole. I mean, I feel like any of those characters would have probably been a better choice than Peachette. But I can't help but notice, especially as a Mario Kart Tour player myself, that the reason, and I mean the possible reason, they chose both Pauline and Peachette was they were pretty much the 2 newest characters, like first available when Mario Kart Tour came out. I mean, they pretty much represent, oh hey, here's some new characters for you to try. And those were the first 2 pretty much new options to choose from, because every other character that was available at the start of Mario Kart Tour were pretty much already playable in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So it only made sense, I guess, that Peachette got in. And honestly, I want to go back to Pauline for a bit. I am very glad to see her, especially her resurgence as of late, pretty much as of the last several years. Made a small return with the later Mario vs. Donkey Kong series, and people were kind of excited, like, oh, Pauline's actually relevant again. And then of course Super Mario Odyssey came out, and she was a huge staple in that game, and of course ever since then it's been spin-off after spin-off after spin-off of her appearances. So it does not surprise me that she was definitely going to be getting into Wave 6. And now finally, as far as Mario announcements go, I already made a video about this recently, but I definitely want to shed a spotlight on Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Again, a phenomenal Nintendo GameCube game. It's getting a fantastic remake for this generation. This game is going to be nearing its 20th anniversary since it was released. It was released back in 2004, and this game is scheduled to be released in 2024. Now, they didn't say specifically when, but I'm going to assume, because it was one of those One More Thing videos, I imagine this will be kind of leaked as a possible, maybe summer or maybe even fall release for Nintendo Switch. I can't wait to play this game again in its full remake glory. Like, the trailer already looks phenomenal, but hey, I'm not going to get into too much detail here. I already have a video on my thoughts about Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Just go ahead and click the card right above you so you can hear me talk about The Thousand-Year Door a little bit more. But of course, that's all for Mario. But I want to go ahead and quickly go over some notable games from the Direct that definitely piqued my interest. Starting with the Splatoon 3 expansion DLC Wave 2. That will be coming next year with the Side Order. Side Order looks to be very exhilarating, very challenging. I hope it definitely gets enough praise, just like the Octo expansion from Splatoon 2 did, because that mode was definitely, in my opinion, the best that the Splatoon series has to offer. I definitely cannot wait to see how Side Order does when that comes out next year. Next up, a game I never really thought about picking up. I've only heard of it in like whispers, maybe in passing, but after seeing this trailer, I definitely might want to take a look at it, because a lot of people that I saw react to this were very, very excited about it. Another Code Recollection. Again, it's a game I have only heard about through many of the gaming channels that I follow. Of course, I've heard some friends talk about it as well. And so, yeah, this trailer definitely got me hooked. It definitely got me so hooked that I already have this game pre-ordered on my Nintendo Switch. It definitely looks really interesting, and I definitely want to explore it. So I'm looking forward to it. It's coming out, I do believe, very, very soon, in about a few months. I believe it's a January release, so that's pretty cool. Next up, Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered. What a surprise. I honestly did not think that the Tomb Raider games would get a remastered collection on the Nintendo Switch. So I might actually take advantage of that. I've always wanted to play the Tomb Raider games, never got a chance to. And I won't have to wait too long. It comes out Valentine's Day of all days. Can you believe that? Next up, the 99 Battle Royale series, which first of all is not a really great series in my opinion. I grew bored of Tetris 99 after about 2 weeks within its initial release. Of course, you also have Super Mario 35, which is only a limited time release. I had some fun with that, but I couldn't get enough playtime in to really scope it out. Then you also have Pac-Man 99. It couldn't really catch on with me. Plus, the service for the game is probably already over by the time this video comes out anyways. It's kind of crazy thinking about that Tetris 99 is still getting plenty of support. And of course, no other 99 game has seen major success. But I have a sneaking suspicion that F-Zero 99 might change that. Of course, F-Zero 99 got revealed in this Nintendo Direct and was later released the same day. And of course, I have only played it for just a little bit recently, and even in that little bit of time, I had a lot of fun with it. So much so that I'm definitely gonna, think about continuing. I might even continue playing that after this video, pretty much. Lastly, there's WarioWare Move It. Now, I'm not the biggest WarioWare fan, but these games are always fun and always entertaining. Short and sweet mini games that are simple to play, but also thrilling to complete at the same time. Now, I haven't played any of the recent ones, so it's kind of hard to say right now if I'm going to pick this one up immediately or even wait a bit. But other than that, that's pretty much everything I have to say about this little Nintendo Direct, at least what has interested me. But I do have to discuss one thing about this Nintendo Direct. I think we are witnessing the potential end of the Nintendo Switch era. Not only that, but it seems to me that Nintendo is ready to shift gears, shift their focus on pretty much the next generation of games and systems. I mean, I mentioned earlier that this Direct is filled with remakes, remasters, ports. Of course, we had a few new indie titles and a new game kind of trickled in, but I don't know about you, but to me, this is a sign of Nintendo wanting to pretty much soon announce the Switch's successor. I mean, there's already plenty of videos of people speculating of when we could see this. People are pretty much speaking the same tune as I am with this, and I kind of agree with them. I think, honestly, we are definitely due for at least a new announcement of what is gonna be next for Nintendo. The next generation is here. The Nintendo Switch is pretty much on its 7th year. Hard to believe. It was released in 2017, and right now we're entering year 7 of the Nintendo Switch life cycle. So it's no surprise to me that with how long the Nintendo Switch has been pretty much active, I think it's now time to kind of keep up with the competition, especially now that Xbox has the Series X and we now have the PS5 out. Everyone's eyes are on Nintendo now to see what they have coming up, especially if they want to stay in the ballgame. I'm sure we won't have to wait long and see, but I do feel that we are due for announcement within the next year. I honestly feel that. I mentioned the next generation of Nintendo Switch or just Nintendo gaming, but there's one game that is, one game that a lot of people have been trying to, ask questions about. Where is it? What's going on with it? You obviously probably know where I'm heading with this, and it's a really big question. Where is Metroid Prime 4? As of right now, it's been over 6 years since Nintendo first made the announcement of this game. It was announced at E3 2017. Again, that's over 6 years ago. At the time of that announcement, the Nintendo Switch had barely hit the markets, and many people were still trying to get their hands on one. I mean, do you remember, the Nintendo Switch having shortage issues? I mean, it's been that long already. And of course, if you've been keeping up with the Metroid Prime 4 news, it's been going through many trials and tribulations, where it had to get a new developer studio to take over and pretty much start all over from scratch. And yeah, I mean, this is it. I think honestly they're pretty much ready now that they're back in full swing. We're no longer restricted with COVID. People are ready to move on, and I think Nintendo is too. That's just my opinion there. But anyways, guys, that'll do it for this video. And as always, I definitely want to start a conversation in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts on everything I've covered today, from the Mario announcements, some of the games that I have an eye on, and even questions or concerns about Metroid Prime 4 and the future of Nintendo. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll try to respond to as many as I can. Now, if you've made it this far into the end of the video, congratulations. It's now time to talk about a potential giveaway. Yes, I do want to do a giveaway on this YouTube channel. I used to do giveaways back when I was streaming on Twitch, but I definitely want to do one here. But before I talk about the giveaway, I have one quick announcement. Coming up this week, I will be making a return to Twitch. Yes, I mentioned it, doing giveaways on Twitch. I figured this would be a great time to talk about me returning to Twitch and doing nightly streams. I'll be playing games such as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Splatoon 3, Mario Maker 2, maybe, with Super Mario Wonder coming out here in a matter of days, I'll probably dedicate a day or two of playing that. But that day is coming very, very quickly. I will be streaming back on Twitch this Monday at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yes, and it's only going to be for a couple hours. And of course, yes, it's p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm a night owl. I live on the West Coast. I can't help it. I have a life. but I want to try and get back into streaming, and I feel like this is the easiest way for me to do it. So if you guys want to continue supporting me and want to continue seeing me make content and stuff, consider joining my live streams over at twitch.tv/Jordan64games. Link is in the description below. It's also here on the screen. Definitely look forward to that. Now back to the giveaway. This channel right here, I've already exceeded a lot of my expectations with a lot of the videos that I have been posting here on this channel. A lot of you guys that have been subscribed as of recently are definitely tuning in to a lot of my recent videos, and for that I really thank you guys. So to show my appreciation, I'm going to be giving away a $10 Nintendo eShop gift card once this channel reaches 200 subscribers. And if you definitely want to throw your hat in the ring for a $10 eShop gift card, just hit the subscribe button. That's it. No strings attached. But that is that, guys. I'm going to go ahead and close this video out by saying thank you so much for watching. The grind shall continue. And until next time, guys, my name is Jordan64, and I'll see you again real soon.